1 year ago today, when the Champlain Towers South condos collapsed in Surfside, Florida, 98 people were killed.
It's one of the deadliest structural disasters in U.S. history. First responders from around the state rushed in and spent weeks digging through the rubble there. Only one person was rescued.
On Thursday, a judge approved a $1 billion settlement for the affected families. Most of it will go to those who lost loved ones in that accident. People who lost units in the building will also receive money. About $100 million will be set aside for legal fees.
Memorials are ongoing for the 98 people who were killed. The 700-foot Paramount Miami World Center in South Florida is showing images honoring their lives. A public memorial ceremony will start at 10 o'clock this morning down in Surfside, where First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will be.
And that collapse also pushed changes to Florida laws. PARSEGHIAN joins us this morning to explain. Good morning to you, Aaron.
Good morning, Frank. We were in Tallahassee last month when lawmakers convened for a special session aimed at fixing issues with property insurance. But there was a late addition to the agenda, a bill to address condo and building safety. By the end of the session, it was passed with praise and bipartisan support.
110 yeas, 0 nays, Mr. Speaker.
The bill passes.
A standing ovation erupting in the House chambers last month after lawmakers unanimously approved condo safety reforms 11 months after the Surfside collapse.
This is a particular sort of unique circumstance where the state has a compelling interest to intervene to make sure people's lives are not at risk.
Signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis, the bill puts in place stricter inspection rules for condos that are 3 stories or higher, requiring recertification of buildings after 30 years or 25 if the building is within 3 miles of the coast. Condo associations are now also required to have sufficient reserve funding on hand to make necessary repairs to buildings and provide all inspection info to prospective buyers and renters.
I am actually really excited that this is something we agreed upon. It is necessary, and I was very disappointed that during the entire session it just died, and frankly I think it's essential.
Lawmakers hope the new law will prevent a future tragedy from happening after lawsuits filed by the families of victims say the condo in Surfside was in dire need of major structural repair and in the midst of a 40-year structural review when it crumbled to the ground.
And this is something that could have been prevented in Surfside if we would have had this data, and we just need to make sure that our buildings are safe.
The law will likely be impactful considering there are more than 1.5 million condos statewide, more than 900,000 of which are at least 30 years old.